Welcome to Fluent English Daily, the professional way to master the English.
Do you ever freeze when someone asks, "So tell me about your work?" It was okay? That is a hard moment.
Oh, I know that feeling. It is so stressful.
Right. But today, we will help you master your project presentation. You'll learn to explain your role and achievements simply.
Wow, I need this. Hi, everyone. I'm John.
And I'm Emily. Welcome to Fluent English Daily. Let's start. So, John, imagine you are in a meeting. Your boss looks at you and says, "Tell me about the new website project." What is the first thing you say?
Let me think. Maybe it was good? We finished it? Oh, Emily, that sounds so simple, right? Is that too simple?
Exactly. It is a bit too simple. In a project presentation, we want to show our value. We want to show what we actually did. We want to use our professional speaking skills to sound confident.
Right, I see. So I shouldn't just say it was okay. I need to explain the story of the work.
Yes, think of it like a story. Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. The first part of our story is our role and responsibilities.
Aha, so I need to say what my job was. For example, if I was the one writing the emails, I should say that?
Yes, but we can make it sound even better. Instead of just saying, "I wrote emails," you can say, "I was responsible for communication with the clients." It sounds more professional, doesn't it?
Oh, responsible for. That is a great phrase. It makes me sound like I had an important job. Let me try another one. If I was the person checking the budget, I could say, my role was to manage the project costs.
Exactly, John. That is perfect business communication. You are showing that you had a clear duty. It helps the listener understand exactly what you did every day.
Nods. Okay, I like that. So we start with our role, but what comes next? Just the good things?
Not yet. Every good story needs a little bit of trouble. In a project presentation, we talk about the challenges. We call this problem solving.
Oh, but Emily, is it okay to talk about problems? I don't want my boss to think I failed or that the project was bad.
That is a common fear, John, but actually, talking about a problem is very good. It shows you are honest and that you can fix things.
I see. So I should say what was difficult.
Yes, you can start with "the challenge was," or "we had a small problem with." For example, maybe the project was taking too long. You can say, "The challenge was the tight deadline."
Aha, the tight deadline. That sounds very professional. So if we didn't have enough money, I could say the challenge was the limited budget.
Exactly. You are getting very good at this. But remember, don't stop there. After you say the problem, you must explain the solution. That is the problem-solving part.
Right. So I say the problem and then I say how I fixed it. Let me try. The challenge was the tight deadline, so I organized extra meetings to work faster.
Wow, John, that was great. You showed that you saw a problem and you took action. That is exactly what people want to hear in a project presentation.
Thanks. It feels better to talk about problems when I have a solution ready. It makes me feel, I don't know, useful.
Because you are useful. And now we reach the best part of the story, the results. We call these our project achievements.
Oh, I like this part. This is where I say, we finished, right?
Yes, but let's make it more specific. Use numbers if you can. Numbers are like magic in business communication.
Numbers? Like how many people or how much money?
Exactly. Instead of saying "many people liked the website," you can say "the website had 500 new visitors in the first week." Or, we finished the project 2 days early.
Oh, I see. Numbers make it real. It's not just a feeling, it's a fact. So for my project, I could say we reduced the costs by 10%.
That is a perfect example of project achievements. It sounds very impressive. It shows that your work really helped the company.
So I talk about my role, then the problem and the solution, and finally the result. It really is a story.
It is. And when you speak like this, you are using professional speaking skills. You are not just talking, you are presenting your value.
I have a question, Emily. What if I worked in a team? I don't want to say I all the time. Is that okay?
That is a very good question, John. Nods. In a team, you can use we. For example, we achieved our goals. But it is also important to show your own role and responsibilities. You can say, as a team, we finished the project, and my specific task was to design the layout.
Aha! So I can be a team player, but also show my own work. I like that balance. It feels more honest.
It is. It shows you respect your team, but you also know your own worth. John, do you want to try to put it all together? Just a short version?
Okay, let me try. Okay. Last month, I worked on the customer service project. My role was to improve the way we answer phone calls. The challenge was that we had too many calls and not enough staff. To solve this, I created a new schedule for the team. The result was that we answered 20% more calls than last month.
Wow, John, that was amazing. You used every part we talked about. You sounded so professional.
Really? It didn't feel too hard when I followed the steps. Role, problem, solution, result. It's like a map.
It is a map, and the more you practice this map, the easier business communication becomes. You don't have to be afraid of that question anymore.
You're right. I feel much safer now. Before, I just felt messy. Now I have a structure. I wonder if this works for small things too, like just a small task.
Yes, absolutely. Even for a small task, you can say, my task was to organize the files. The problem was they were very old. I spent 2 hours sorting them, and now everything is easy to find.
I see. It works for everything. I'm going to practice this even when I'm just talking about cleaning my house.
Why not? Practice makes perfect. The goal is to make professional speaking feel natural, like a normal conversation.
That is a good point. It shouldn't sound like I'm reading from a book.
Exactly. Keep your words simple. Use words you know. A2 and B1 English is perfect for the office because it's clear. Everyone can understand you.
That makes me feel better. I used to think I needed very big, difficult words to sound smart.
No, not at all. Being clear is being smart. If people understand you, they can help you or celebrate with you.
I like that. Being clear is being smart. I will remember that. So, Emily, what should we do if we're really nervous before the project presentation?
Oh, that happens to everyone. My best tip is to take a deep breath and remember your map, your role, your challenge, and your success. You know your work better than anyone else. You are the expert of your own story.
The expert of my own story. I like that. It gives me a bit more confidence.
Good. You should feel confident. You do great work, John. Now, everyone listening, think about a project you did recently. It doesn't have to be big. Just think about those 3 parts. What was your role? What was a challenge? And what was the result?
Yes, try to write it down. Just 3 sentences. It's a great way to practice your business communication skills at home.
Exactly. And next, we're going to look at some specific phrases you can use to make these transitions even smoother. We'll talk about how to move from the problem to the solution without losing your flow.
Oh, I need those. I sometimes get stuck between the sentences.
Don't worry, we'll help you with that. Let's keep going and look at those useful phrases. Exactly. It is a bit too simple. In a project presentation, we want to show our value. We want to show what we actually did. We want to use our professional speaking skills to sound confident. Do you see what I mean, John?
I think so. You mean I should not just say I worked on it, but I should explain my job inside the project? Aha, like my specific part.
Yes, exactly. That is our first big expression for today. Let's look at role and responsibilities. It sounds a bit long, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. It sounds like a big title on a paper. Role and responsibilities. Let's break it down. Emily, what does role mean here? Is it like an actor in a movie?
That is a great way to think about it, John. Yes, in a movie, an actor has a role. In a project, you have a role too. It is your position. For example, were you the leader? Were you the designer? Were you the person who checked for mistakes? That is your role. Your role is who you are in the team.
Oh, I see. So if I'm the person who writes the code for a website, my role is developer, right?
Exactly. And then we have responsibilities. These are the specific tasks you must do. If your role is developer, your responsibilities might be writing the code, testing the buttons, and fixing the colors. It is the list of things that depend on you.
I see. So when I give a project presentation, I can say my role was the project coordinator, and my responsibilities included talking to the clients. Does that sound okay?
That sounds perfect. It's very clear. It helps the other person understand exactly why you are important. It's much better than just saying, I was there.
Yes, I was there is not very helpful. Okay, so role and responsibilities is about what I did and who I was. What's next, Emily? I want to learn more.
Well, every project has some trouble, right? Nothing is ever perfect. So we need to talk about problem solving. This is our second expression.
Ugh, tell me about it. In my last project, the computer system crashed 3 times in 1 week. That was a big problem.
Oh no, 3 times? That sounds very stressful. But that is a perfect example for problem solving. In a business environment, people love to hear how you fix things. They don't just want to hear about the bad things, they want to hear how you made them good again.
So, problem solving is the act of finding an answer to a difficulty.
Exactly. It's a process. First, you see the problem, then you think of a solution, finally, you fix it. When you speak professionally, you can say, we faced a challenge with the server, but my problem-solving approach helped us fix it in 2 hours.
I like that. It makes me sound like a hero. Like, don't worry, I can fix it.
You are a hero, John. Every time you solve a problem at work, you are helping the whole team. It shows you are proactive. That means you don't wait for someone else to do it, you do it yourself.
I see. So, we've talked about my role and how I fix things, but what about the end of the project? My boss always asks, so, John, was it successful?
That's the perfect time for our third expression, project achievements.
Achievements. That word is a bit hard to say. Achievements. Does it mean the good things that happened?
Yes, exactly. Project achievements are the successes. It's what you finished or what you won. Maybe you saved the company money. Maybe you finished the project 2 weeks early. Or maybe you got 100 new customers. Those are all achievements.
Aha! So instead of saying, we finished the website, I can say, one of our main project achievements was launching the website on time with no errors.
Wow, John, you are getting really good at this. Yes, that's exactly it. Using the word achievements makes it sound more important. It shows you're proud of your work. And you should be proud.
Thank you, Emily. It feels good to use these words. They make me feel more hesitant. What's the word? Professional?
Exactly. Professional speaking is about choosing the right words to show you are serious and capable. It's not about using big, difficult words. It's about using clear words like role, problem solving, and achievements to tell your story.
I see. So, business communication isn't just about talking, it's about communicating my value clearly.
That is so true, John. You said it perfectly. Business communication is about sharing information in a way that helps everyone understand the goals and the results. When you use these terms in your project presentation, you help your boss and your team feel safe. They know the project was in good hands because you can explain it so well.
I never thought about it that way. If I speak clearly, my boss feels safe. That's a very nice thought. It makes me feel less nervous about my next meeting.
I'm so glad to hear that. Being nervous is normal, but having the right words is like having a map. It shows you where to go.
I definitely need a map. So we have role and responsibilities, problem solving, and project achievements. These are our three big tools for a great project presentation.
Yes, and don't forget the umbrella they all sit under, professional speaking and business communication. It's all about being clear, being honest, and showing your hard work.
I think I understand now. It's about the story of the project, who I was, what I fixed, and what we won at the end.
Exactly. It's a story where you are the main character who helps the team.
I like being the main character. This was very helpful, Emily. I feel much more ready to talk about my work now. These words aren't so scary anymore.
They aren't scary at all when you know what they mean. You did a great job today, John. To our listeners, why don't you try to think of your own role? What was your role in your last project? And what was one big achievement?
Oh, that's a great idea. Write it down or just say it out loud in your room. It really helps.
It really does. Practice makes us feel more comfortable. Well, we've learned the words, but how do we put them into a real talk? How do we start and how do we end?
Oh, right. We need a structure, like a house. You can't just have windows and doors, you need a frame.
Exactly, John. A house needs a frame. In our next part, we're going to look at exactly how to build that frame for your presentation. We'll look at how to organize these ideas so they flow like a natural conversation.
Wow, I can't wait. I want to build a very strong house for my next project talk.
We'll do it together. Don't go away, everyone. We'll be right back to show you how to put all these pieces together for your big moment. Yes, exactly. That is our first big expression, role and responsibilities.
Role and responsibilities. It sounds very important, Emily. It sounds like something a manager says.
You are right, John, but even if you are not a manager, you can use it. It is perfect for a project presentation. It tells everyone exactly what you did. Gently, do you want to practice with me?
Oh, yes. I want to sound like a pro. Let's do it.
Okay, we will do some shadowing. That means I will say a simple sentence and then you and our listeners at home will repeat it after me. We'll go slowly. Are you ready?
I am ready. I have my coffee and I'm listening carefully.
Perfect. Let's start with our role and responsibilities. Repeat after me. In this project, my role was the project coordinator.
In this project, my role was the project coordinator.
Very good. Let's try it one more time. Focus on the flow. In this project, my role was the project coordinator.
In this project, my role was the project coordinator.
Aha, that was much smoother. Now let's try another one. This is a very common sentence in business communication. I was responsible for managing the schedule.
I was responsible for managing the schedule.
Good. Let's do that one again, John. Think about the word responsible. It's a big word, but you can say it. I was responsible for managing the schedule.
I see. I was responsible for managing the schedule.
Excellent! Wow, you sound so professional already.
Really? I feel a bit more confident. It's nice to use these clear words. But Emily, what if things went wrong? Projects are not always easy.
That is a great point, John. In a project presentation, we must talk about problem solving. People want to know how you fixed things. Let's practice a sentence for that. Listen closely.
Okay, I'm listening.
We faced a challenge with the budget.
We faced a challenge with the budget.
Yes, a challenge is a nice professional word for a problem. Let's try it again. We faced a challenge with the budget.
We faced a challenge with the budget.
Perfect. Now, how did we fix it? Here's a sentence for the solution. I solved the problem by finding a new partner.
I solved the problem by finding a new partner.
Yes, exactly. You're showing your professional speaking skills. Let's do that one more time for our listeners. I solved the problem by finding a new partner.
I solved the problem by finding a new partner.
That sounds so strong, John. It shows you are a person who gets things done.
I like that feeling. It feels good to say I solved it.
It does. Now let's move to the best part of any project presentation, the project achievements. This is where you talk about the good results.
Oh, I love the good news part.
Me too. Let's practice this sentence. We completed the project on time.
We completed the project on time.
Good. And let's try one more about the results. Our team increased sales by 10%.
Our team increased sales by 10%.
Wow, John, your pronunciation is getting so clear. Let's try that one again. Our team increased sales by 10%.
Our team increased sales by 10%.
Perfect. You see, you're using simple words, but you sound very professional. That is the secret to business communication.
I see. I don't need very difficult words to sound smart. I just need the right words.
Exactly. Simple and clear is always better than long and confusing. Let's do one more shadowing sentence. This one is for the end of a presentation. I am very proud of our team's success.
I am very proud of our team's success.
One more time with a big smile in your voice. I am very proud of our team's success.
I am very proud of our team's success.
That was wonderful. How do you feel, John?
I feel great. I feel like I could walk into a meeting right now and tell everyone about my work.
That is the spirit. Remember, listeners, shadowing is like exercise for your mouth. The more you repeat these sentences, the more natural they will feel when you're at work.
That makes sense. It's like training for a sport. You have to practice the moves many times.
Exactly. And you did a great job today.
You know, Emily, I noticed something. When I say these sentences, I feel more calm, like I have a plan for my words.
That is the power of preparation. When you know your role and responsibilities and how to talk about project achievements, you don't have to worry about the grammar. You just speak.
Right, no more freezing and saying, it was, okay?
No more of that. Now, for everyone listening, we want you to try this at home. Take one of these sentences and say it out loud 3 times. Do it in front of a mirror. It really helps.
In front of a mirror? Really?
Yes, it helps you see your expression and feel more confident.
Okay, I will try that tonight. I will look at myself and say, I was responsible for the budget.
You will look very professional, John.
This was so helpful, Emily. Thank you for walking me through this. I feel much better about my next project presentation.
You are so welcome. You are doing a fantastic job. And listeners, keep practicing. Every little bit counts. Before we move on, I want you to think about a project you're working on right now. What was your role?
Oh, that's a good question. Think about it, everyone. What is your role?
We'll give you a moment to think. Okay, now that you have that in your mind, we're going to look at some more ways to make your presentation sound even better. We're going to talk about the small details that make a big difference in professional speaking.
I'm ready for more. What's next?
Well, we're going to look at how to connect these sentences together so they sound like a real story, because a good presentation is just a good story about your hard work.
I like that. A story about work. That sounds much less scary than a presentation.
It really is. So let's keep going and see how we can make your story shine. You are doing so well, John. Practicing these phrases makes a big difference.
I hope so, Emily. It feels good to sound more professional.
It really does. Now it is time for our favorite part of the show. It is the question of the day.
Oh, I love this. I want to hear what our listeners think.
Me too. Our question today is all about your project presentation skills. Here it is. Think about a project you worked on recently. What was your main role and one thing you achieved?
That is a great question. It's like a small practice for a real meeting, right?
Exactly, John. It helps with your professional speaking. To help our listeners, let's give 5 simple example answers.
Great idea. I can help with that.
Perfect. Here's the first example. I worked on the company picnic project. My role and responsibilities were to find a good park and order the food. Everyone had a great time.
That sounds like a fun project. Here's number 2. I was on the team for the new customer app. My job was to test the buttons. We launched it on time, which was a great project achievement.
Very clear. Number 3. I worked on the monthly budget. My responsibility was to organize the costs. I saved the company 10% this month.
Wow, that is impressive. Number 4. I helped with the new staff training. My role was to explain the safety rules. Now everyone knows how to stay safe at work.
Excellent. And number 5. I worked on a social media project. I was responsible for posting photos. We got many more followers last week.
I love these examples. They show great business communication.
Now we want to hear from you. What about your work? Leave a comment and tell us about your project. It's your turn to practice.
We can't wait to read them.
Coming up next, we will talk about problem solving. We'll learn how to talk about challenges without sounding negative.
Oh, that sounds very useful.
So, think about a project you worked on recently. What was your part in it?
That is a great question to practice. Even if the project was small, your role was important.
Exactly, John. Remember, your project presentation is not just about facts. It is truly about your story. You did the hard work. Now you can talk about it with confidence.
That feels very safe and nice, Emily. Professional speaking does not have to be scary.
It doesn't. You are learning every day. We are so happy to be on this journey with you.
Me too. Thank you for listening today. We hope you feel a little more ready for your next meeting.
Yes, take a deep breath. You are doing a great job. Goodbye for now, everyone.
Goodbye. Congratulations on making it all the way through the lesson with Emily and John. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right in the center of your screen so you never miss our next lesson. You can also check out more videos right over here on the left or right side. We've picked them just for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.